Hello there, welcome in this latest edition of the SAU Track and Field Coaches Show. I'm Daniel Gallegos, joined alongside by head men's or women's track and field coach Tim Servis. And Coach, we're going to use this opportunity for today's Coaches Show to kind of preview and look ahead for the upcoming outdoor track season, the championship segment of your track schedule. But your track athletes have been going at it, practicing in some competition already this semester. 2 indoor track meets that you participated in over the quote-unquote winter months. Give us a couple of some of the takeaways from the indoor portion of your schedule, and then we'll lead into the outdoor portion.
Well, we had some or 2 really strong indoor meets. We looked like we improved a lot. We have upperclassmen now, which we hadn't had in the past. We've always had been very young, because we started this program just 3 years ago. So our upperclassmen are looking better, and they're a lot more competitive this year. And then we have some additional freshmen that really helped out. On the women's side, we have Claudine Blankenfleur, who is a freshman, and she ran an outstanding 3,000 at A-State, and then followed up with 1 hour later with a really good 1,600 meter run. She ran 5:10, which was an outstanding time, especially for a freshman. She actually won the meet, just barely beating out a girl from University of Houston. Our women's 4x4 team is looking excellent, a lot stronger than last year. We have Kirby Roy, who was a freshman, redshirt last year, who is competing for us in the 4x4 this year. And then we have Abby Lentz, who is also a freshman. She is a very strong runner, so we're very fortunate to have her. Kenesha Bryant and Belly Yoakum. Belly's a freshman, running really good, and then Kenesha Bryant is one of the best 400 meter runners in the conference. So I'm really excited about that 4x4 team. Erica Fuller, she's a sophomore now, and she's been looking really good with the throws, so I'm expecting to see a lot out of her too. Belly Yoakum, we started her on the hurdles, and she's been looking pretty good at the hurdles. And we're going to try her out in some jumps later on too. She's a pretty good jumper. So we have a lot of high points on the women's side, and on the men's side, we have Doug Palmer, who is going to run outdoors of 5,000, 10,000 for us, but indoor he ran the 5,000, and he had some pretty good performances. Our men's 4x4 team is looking outstanding. We have a senior on the team, Xavier Cooper, transfer senior, and he's doing just phenomenal. He gets better every day. And the rest of the 4x4 team is also they also have experience. We don't have any freshmen on the team as of now. We switch it up often though. So they ran a 3:20 indoor, which was our best time indoor, so that was real impressive. So I think they're going to be a lot stronger this year. With the throws, we have a senior, Malcolm Cameron. He hasn't thrown indoors yet, but he's a really good hammer thrower. Indoors we don't have the hammer throw, so he'll be throwing outdoors, and I'm excited to see him throw. He's been practicing, working really hard. And then we have a sophomore, 3-time all-conference, Sinclair Pitts, who is from Magnolia, was a high school state champion, and has been working extremely hard, and I foresee a great future for him. And I think he'll be, 3-time all-conference again this year.
Coach, mentioned that we're going into the outdoor portion of the schedule. First up, you're going to UT Tyler. Kind of get your feet wet in the outdoor season, obviously, with everything eyeing the upcoming conference tournament towards the end of the schedule. What are some things that you're hoping to see in this first outdoor track meet?
Well, in the outdoors, they have the 400 meter hurdles, which they don't have indoors, and that's one of our strongest events on the women's end. Kenesha Bryant just barely missed going to nationals last year as a freshman, or excuse me, as a sophomore, and she's a junior this year. So we are really looking forward to getting her out there and competing in the 400 meter hurdles. I think she has a awesome chance of going to nationals this year. And then there's some other events, like I said, the hammer throw. We have Erica Fuller, who can throw the hammer, and I'm looking forward to seeing her do that. And we don't throw the disc indoor. Takia Crockett, who had redshirted last year, medical redshirt, will be throwing for us, and she's from Magnolia, and she was a state champion in high school. So this will be the first season that she'll throw for us. So I'm real excited on the women's side in those events, and pretty much all events I think we have improved. But in the women's events, we don't have the 1500 indoor, and so Claudine Blankenflower will run the 1500, and I think that'll be really really good to see in the distance. And on the men's side, we're going to have Doug Palmer run the 15. He had ran last year, did pretty competitive in it, so we're looking forward to that. And the times typically are faster outdoors, so our 4x4 team, I think they'll do better outdoor just because the times are faster because of the track. It's 400 meters, less turns for the athletes, so it'll be a better atmosphere. And I think our team is a better outdoor team just because of the events suit us better than indoor.
One of the things that has kind of been exciting this season, and constantly seeing the improvements and additions that are going on at the Mule Rider Track Complex, virtually completed. Your team has been able to utilize that facility a lot and be able to practice outdoors using that facility, which I know has been a tremendous help to the program. And then also too, it's going to allow us to bring in some track meets back here to Magnolia. There used to be a hotbed for regional track competitions, and got one coming up in about the middle to end part of March. Talk a little bit about that, the Dan Veach Invitational that'll be coming up.
Dan Veach Invitational will be on March 25th. Harding University is going to be coming in, and they're one of the stronger teams in the conference, so it's going to be a good competition between us and them. And then there will be some other schools. Louisiana College said that they would like to attend. University of Ozarks will bring some runners, and I'll expect to hear from more as we get closer to the date. But it's real exciting to have this event. Now, we call it the Dan Veach Invitational because Dan Veach was a Hall of Fame coach for us and an Arkansas Track and Field Hall of Fame coach who had an outstanding coaching record and was here for many years and really built this program up. And so in honor of Dan Veach, I thought it would be great to host an invitational after him. So it'll be March 25th, and hoping that we'll have good competition. I'm real excited to have the first meet on this brand new track. It's a beautiful track, and I'm hoping that we'll get a good number of people coming in.
Absolutely, we're excited about that. Again, that's coming up March 25th. It'll be on a Saturday. There's going to be a couple of opportunities for the Mule Rider men's and women's track team to get out there in competition before they display their skills here in Magnolia. Again, looking very much forward to that. Coach, we appreciate it, and best of luck this weekend at UT Tyler.
Thank you.